Hello and welcome to Roll to One. My name is Jaden. I'm here with JD. I'm here with Taylor. I'm here with RJ, and I'm here with Joey. And we're having ourselves a good time today playing Shadowdark. It's like D&D, but it's just... I like it more. I'm going to be honest. However, I'm not giving it up totally. So if you're like, I need D&D, just wait. Appreciate this one. It's really good. It's really fun. We've been playing a couple of episodes, a handful, maybe I think now 11. This is very exciting for us. So without further ado... let's get ready for tonight's episode of Nomenclad. You want to buy a shirt from roll2one.shop so badly that you headed over to the website, you paused this video, and you bought a shirt for Nomenclad. I'm just kidding.
Fancy Nancy's best work.
Yeah.
You did. Not you, but you. Okay. The tent of Sanzio Moneta, leader of the Golden Hawks mercenary company and brother to their ally Cavendir, potentially future prince. The family reunion escalated into revelations of conspiracy and manipulation. Cavendir once again unveiled the existence of a mysterious figure known only as the Feather. His brother responding, who? The Feather is a puppet master, orchestrating the very conflict tearing the realm apart, or so we speculate. But political intrigue does have to wait, as Sanzio presented you with a more immediate deadly concern. His men were being hunted by something in the forest, leaving behind only disturbing piles of bones and partially digested remains. The party agreed to investigate this threat, meeting with Zeke Tanner, a skilled young leatherworker whose tracking had led him partway to the creature's lair. Through clever infiltration, you managed to extract valuable military intelligence about the true strength of the Golden Hawks forces with your brother, as you guys broke over. And as dawn broke, the hunt began. Following a trail of massive pellets through the pathless forest, our heroes discovered they were dealing with no ordinary predator, but instead a giant snowy owl of enormous size and deadly intent. The confrontation as the creature's nest was fierce and harrowing, and Halred nearly became the beast's next meal before the combined might of the party drove it into retreat. Now, having secured treasure from the owl's hoard and eliminated the immediate threat to Sanzio's forces, so far as you know, we pick up as our party prepares to return with news of their, with what they've been up to, though greater shadows of war and conspiracy still loom over this fractured kingdom. So, what's up?
I have a box. I forgot.
Yeah, you have
I
a
got
box.
something from the bird.
I'm actually going to cut to Cianan. So, Cianan, you are inside of the castle. You wander around the halls, having claimed all of your alchemical supplies, feeling like you're able to continue on fighting. What are you up to now?
I suppose I would look for a servant who looks like they're one of the, not the guards, but like the people that speak to the king, I suppose.
You wander through the halls looking for a throne room of sorts, and there are 2 guards placed outside of this throne room. But you see someone emerges from the double door, and they are young, and they wear garb that is not considered as noble as maybe someone of major importance, but this person does seem to have recently conversed with the king.
Good morning, young lad.
He turns. The only facial hair he has, there's some sideburns beginning to grow into his, into his jaw, and he says, "Aye, what can I do for you?"
Do you know if the king is available to speak?
I just went in there to get all the candles lit. He should be around shortly.
Aye. I turned to one of the guards. Do you know how long it'll be before the king's in?
The young boy nods to you and continues down the hall as you've addressed someone else. And the guard turns to you. He is adorned in the colors of King Cywell, and he says, "We have been posted here for under an hour. We estimate his arrival to be in due time." If you wait here with us, we will... And he doesn't finish his sentence.
Will you please alert him that there's someone who would like to talk to him?
Just as you say that, you begin to hear the echoes of squeaks of leather and the ring of chainmail protecting the king. He comes around a corner. This throne room is through a spiral of hallways. Just getting here was difficult, but you followed where you knew it would be, center to the structure. And finally the king kind of rounds. Again, he has this bald head. He's not wearing his crown, but he has long hair that grows from his sides of his head down, and a bit of a beard is growing on his face. And he is addressing someone immediately to his right. You see he has a large tome in his left arm, and he's sort of barely holding on to its top, and he turns a couple pages. He turns and he says, "I don't know if this is even relevant." And he closes the book and tosses it back to the nearest guard, who takes it and slinks back into the group. The king sees you there, recognizes that you were with Halred, and just sort of stops for a second, gives you two-fingered point, and then gestures to the doorway. The guards immediately open the door, and King Cywell says, "I don't have time for this, but what?"
Good morning, Your Majesty. I was conversing with Lord Conrad after your conversations with him, and I had heard of an illness that had befallen your wife.
"I was awoken in first waking. Something's going on. Can it wait?"
I suppose, I guess I was just wondering if it was connected to the withering, or if you knew that it was something else.
He turns to his captain of the guard and says, Take him to her. Don't touch anything." And he says, "If it's for Halred, it must be important."
Aye. Thank you.
There is a moment where, as you're escorted out of the room by his captain of the guard, this pale man, you catch word of what the king begins to say. And the king begins to say that Halred better have a good reason for being out there with, essentially he basically says an expletive. And he then goes on to say that the mercenaries must be planning something. Will he be double-crossing us? All those kinds of questions. And then the door closes. The captain of the guard doesn't make any conversation with you or attempts to. Do you try to speak with him?
No, I don't.
He leads you to a room off, again, winding, and it seems to be more storage. And finally, he stops at this metal doorway with a massive lock hanging from it. And it is like double bolted into the wall and then connected by this big lock. He draws forth a ring of keys, plugs it in, opens, and the door is opened to you.
Thank you, kind sir.
And he walks away.
Cianan will pull up the mask piece of cloth that is tucked into the inside of his cloak, just up over his nose, and he will walk in to presumably the queen.
The three of you enter in the mall. The portcullis has been raised partially for you to just get your horses through, as well as yourselves, you ducking slightly through, and then it closes behind you. Passing through the village on the way here was barren, and you saw no one, no children, no one really. Finally, you get into the city. It is active. It is filled with Knights Grimoire and other guards loyal to King Cywell. Is there anything that you guys do when you immediately arrive?
Cavendir, what is your plan?
Well, we have one more leader to speak with. I understand if you would rather not accompany me, but I do think you being there could be beneficial.
I believe it is very beneficial that I am there, yes.
Assuming you don't fly off the handle with Tabiner.
By the way, my rationale for you guys coming here was to get food, and then you could immediately do what you were doing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
I thought you were referring to the king.
No, I think I have an idea that will potentially end this conflict and hopefully spare everyone a lot of grief.
Wouldn't you want to approach the king as well?
Yes, but I think that would be the last move.
That makes sense to me. I just wanted to make sure I was aware of your plan. Remember, you are in charge right now.
Yes, and let's walk and talk. And so he'll explain, he's starting to think, what if, and it is a completely unheard of scenario in this world, there was a shared leadership. That's kind of the beginnings of his plan that he kind of lays out for you. And he'll kind of get into details and things like that, but that will also unfold as we're talking to, as the group is talking to these leaders individually. Yeah, I think we need to get like kind of supplies and whatnot. And I would like to make one more stop to see Nancy.
Why don't
Real
I
quick.
go to speak with King Sywell, and we will convene before we go speak with Tabiner. I can preface your arrival.
That would be excellent, and you can see if Keen is done with his chores as well.
You read my mind.
Indeed.
Are you staying with him, or would you like to come with me?
I will follow Cav.
All right. Shall we sit and eat and then go on our way?
Yeah, pizza.
Sounds good to me.
Excellent.
That's
It's Canon.
Tamarosi, correct?
Yeah, it is. It is Tamarosi.
That's so funny. You walk up to there's this nearby space. You see many of the Grimoire surrounding this large pot on a fire. And I'm not making pizza happen.
It's like a parlor!
No.
It's been it's been around.
There's a line of people locally that are feasting on this stew that is being handed out. The Grimoire is doing their best to feed the people. Halred, when you walk up, there's a straightening of backs as people are like, sort of addressing you without addressing you. And you get up.
Do they find it odd that he's not in his actual regalia?
I will say he's in his armor, which is adorned with symbology of the Grimoire. And also his stature alone is enough to get in almost anyone to be like, whoa. And then, of course, then a deeper investigation causes the straightening of spine.
Sure.
One of the men hands you the stew, and you're able to partake in not pizza, but stew. So,
pizza stew.
It's got tomatoes.
It's a bit spicy. That's all.
It's got cheese.
It's
It
spicy.
wouldn't have tomatoes. Those are poisonous,
Oh, that's fair.
allegedly. Anyway, sorry.
It would not have tomatoes. No tomatoes. So, you eat. Is there like a dialogue that happens while you eat? I guess, were you going to go deeper into your plan, or are you just going to execute it?
Yeah, so he'll kind of he'll go into he sits down and starts eating, and he'll kind of address Eleonora and Halred. As far as we know, Sywell cannot outlast the other two forces. As long as he remains locked within these walls, it's simply a matter of time. And the Hawks and the Stags can wait him out. That's just math.
Yes. My initial conflict with that is the king now has a stronger army.
Fair. And I don't disagree with that at all.
And I think that waiting is maybe their plan, but is a flawed one.
Agreed.
Should we not know each other, they would not wait.
I understand
Because
that.
we wouldn't wait. You understand. Keep going.
I do. However, I do know, and he just kind of smiles, and I do know the type of force that my family's money can buy. And if the larger force from Cywall did decide to push, it would be a battle. Which is unfortunate, and many would fall in the conflicts.
You think immediately of the ring of buildings that used to surround Grimward City proper, like the internal walls. There's like a ring of just decay outside the city, and that's just a small taste of what's to come if the battle was to ensue.
Right. It's a raised earth kind of situation. And then he'll turn to the concept of Tabiner. And he's like, and as I've mentioned before, Tabiner is the people's choice. He does have their ear and knows what they want and is avid about delivering it to them. He very much cares for the people, which is why I feel he would be a good leader. However, truth be told, he is brash, uncalculated, and does not have the wherewithal to lead as one would need to, if that makes sense.
It does.
So I really do think that the three of them could work together and combine those strengths and balance out their weaknesses.
I've never seen it done.
Nor have I, except, and he'll just kind of look at Eleonora and then Halred, with us.
Interesting.
I guess so. I think we are less at odds than those three.
Less to lose, too.
And he'll just kind of look at Eleonora and so you say. And just kind of like the idea, like, you actually have a lot to lose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, right? Like, but that kind of idea, right?
She
So-
doesn't grasp the, like, it's so out of her element. So she's just kind
Sure.
of like,
Yeah.
I didn't come to fight a war. It's not the reason I'm here. I'd love to save my men for the continued push north. I will support you. I will speak with the king and prepare him for your arrival before we go see Tabiner, if you would like.
At least tell him I have an idea.
I will. How detailed would you like me to be regarding your identity?
Just leave it to the one that was with you that caught his attention with your traitor.
All right.
There's a shout on the wind. Someone says, someone in the Grimoire, likely, by the tone of their voice, essentially that winds from the west hours before visibility becomes 0. Snow, blizzard, whatever you, is coming. Before second waking, we will be buried, essentially, is the shouts. It's very, like, somebody is going out of their way to make it sound exciting. But there's a snowstorm coming.
Fair.
We must move quick.
Agreed.
Indeed.
And he'll just down his bowl real quick.
It was more vegetable than meat.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yuck.
And
Stores are running low.
you are aware of that. Yeah, indeed. Now, there's a moment where, as you look up to the castle and make your plans, I cut back inside. The door opens, and it doesn't smell like you'd expect a dead body to smell. You instead see that someone has hand-placed flowers all around the body. The sheet has been partially moved off, and there is somebody sitting at a desk in the corner of this room. You look and you see that there are bookshelves all along the back wall, in sort of making an L shape in the corner. Other than that, just a large table with a woman's body laying on it. She is pale as well, pale in death, but also pale potentially in life, as you immediately recognize that the dark blackened spots of her face contrast sharply with her pale skin. The individual at the far end of the room at the desk is bald, completely bald, no eyebrows, no hair of any kind on his arms, and is wearing a completely brown robe. Other than that, he's a white man, and that's all you know from seeing the left side of his profile. His chin recedes near his neck, but it's about all that you can distinguish.
I step into the room, and I turn to the man and I say, hello, are you the Queen's Keeper?
And he says, I tend. Someone arrived. How far into the waking do you estimate we are?
A little into second waking, I suppose.
Someone arrived a little into second. Who's your name?
My name is, Keenan.
Keenan. He spells it wrong. And he closes the book and he says, are you my replacement for the waking?
I suppose I might be, yes.
I said I deserved a break. Go ahead and give me a charisma check.
Oh, cocked.
Just enough.
Ooh, natural 20.
Natural 20. He says, are they serving the stew yet? Have I missed it?
No, I believe it is the stew hour.
And he just leaves rather quickly,
The stew out.
leaving you alone with the body. The door closes, and
Perfect, I
as
was
you
about
close
to
the
do that.
heaviness of the door, both bolts latch. The lock on the outside is hanging, but there is no internal way of locking the
I was
door.
going to ask, is it a one-way lock?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, I will walk over to the body, and I'm just going to do an initial check.
Yeah, go ahead and roll intelligence. With advantage, being who you are.
That'll be a 17.
So, estimated time of death was months ago. The body has been well tended. All of the organs have been removed. You look to the shelves, bookshelves. You immediately sniff around. You reach into one of the bookshelves, has a bottom cabinet on the bottom half of it, and you are opening it, and there they are. All of the organs kept in this pickled liquid. And then you go back to the body. You pull up the nose, feel at the earlobes. You peel back any modesty, and by the rib cage alone are able to distinguish that this woman is not entirely human.
Mm.
To what end, whether potion-born or null, you are not sure.
Noticing that she is fully dead. Not nearly dead. Thank you.
Yes, we all laughed inside.
I feel better.
Ooh, do I have it?
I just thought about going, as you wish.
Right. You're playing cards.
Mm.
What he really said. Why is this movie going in my mind?
Sorry that I am flipping so much.
No,
through
I like the
this.
idea that, let's describe it. So he
yeah.
pulls out his massive book from
Keenan
his
pulls
bag.
out- yes.
Right.
And his massive book is, thick and obviously looks tattered. And he begins to look through it. And some of the, fingerprints of ink kind of remain on its pages. And the stain from being out in the sun, and also the strange shade to some pages from being open all night. And, eventually he probably does find where he's looking for. As of right now, it's escaping him.
It is a 3C thick book.
Yes.
Like-
Indeed. Very, very thick, like pizza.
I have an RJ question to Jaden.
Okay, what's up?
There is not exactly a recipe within Keen's book from his master for speaking with the dead.
Uh-huh.
However, there are different potions for speaking with animals and speaking with plants. We think that he could potentially experiment to tweak some of those other models into a
Now,
potion that might allow him to speak with the queen.
I think with your 17 and with your just general knowledge, I think you are aware that you could speak with this body,
Mm.
but you are not able to speak with the soul.
Mm.
Especially with it being absent at many, many months, right?
Mhm.
Like, speaking with the soul, there are onomancers, and Auden might be able to have that conversation with you, but he's not here.
Right.
And so you are like, I could speak with the body. It would be aware of its feeling. It would be aware of its immediate surroundings, but it would not be aware of its memory. It would not be aware of its, right? It's not going to be able to give you those answers. You could potentially speak with plants, depending on what type of potion-born this is, but you're not exactly sure what speaking to, right? Like, if you spoke with, you speculated, if you were to speak with Halred's essence, who knows what that might bring.
Right.
But anyway.
Okay. Can I do a further inspection on her body to see if there are any signs of tampering in terms of, like, I guess, months-old poison or something that would be an unnatural cause of death that's not directly tied to whatever the disease or curse was that killed her?
You take a thin blade and you're able to open up her stitches, and you're able to just do a cursory examination of the autopsy. How was this performed? How did it go? Did they pull out organs one by one? Did they yank? Did they? And, it'll tell you a lot about all those things. You are able to see that it was a pretty rough job. It was done by not an amateur, but the best that this area could provide. And then you were able to investigate the throat and determine any potential poisonings or anything like that. Nothing acidic, nothing that went down forcefully. There's no bruising on the neck. There's none of that. These black sort of bubbles on the skin are intriguing, though. They remind you of the withering, the withering that you've seen being in its most extreme cases, in fact. But it's not the right color. There's almost like holes underneath her skin. It's like bubbled to a crust, like peanut brittle, as you sort of accidentally chip some of the muscle from where it was. Careful to place it. You put it maybe even a little glue to make it, back to where it was. But as far as like tampering in terms of like poisons and those other things, nothing that you're seeing. This could be, speculating with you in your character's mind, this could be, the withering taking effect on her body. That runs through your mind. But nobody here is sick.
Yeah, and that would have spread easily.
Fast.
Yeah.
This whole place would be on lock. More than it already is.
Can I get a gauge on how soon after her death her organs were pulled out for preservation?
You estimate that this body was left as is for too long before it was properly maintained. As if maybe someone had held on hope for beyond what they should have. You look one more time, and you're able to see, yes, this woman had children. Yes, one of them is alive. You know that. It seems that this woman has had many children. Obviously, there's only one kid. Not that that's alarming in this time frame.
Right.
Especially without medicines, etc. But you do recognize that her body was sturdy. You're leaning towards Potionborn.
Yeah. Does she look similar build to Halred?
Her stature is not what her ancestry or herself were to drink. Not to spoil anything, but like when you drink a lot of potions, or when your parentage drinks a lot of potions, that retains. It affects you.
Yep.
You know, if I drank a potion of flight, would I grow wings on my feet? I don't know. Maybe at some point, maybe your body would manifest without you needing to drink the potion.
Yeah.
At least that's the prevailing theory. Potionborn are the common vernacular for such things. You would assume that she drank something a lot, or you would assume that her parentage drank something a lot to become the way that she is. Strength is not the attribute that she favors.
Got it.
While he continues to think, I'm going to cut back to the crew. I'm going to say that some time has passed. So where do you want to be right now? In the hour or so before the snow comes. That's it.
Well, do we have time in this hour to do our errands, go to Tabiner, and get back if we move fast?
If you moved now, you'd get to Tabiner. Depending on the dialogue, you might be able to get back, but you'd have to leave for Tabiner now.
We couldn't do anything before.
It doesn't look like you could maybe say hi to Nancy and hope that you could leave a good message and some coins. It's on the way out. As it has been.
So we could swing by Nancy.
You could swing by, but
That's
it's not going to be a long exchange.
All right.
Okay.
Then I'm not going to the king, obviously.
Okay. So, yes, I would like to make one quick stop. Eleonora, please join me and watch the horses. And he'll just kind of smile and walk in.
Do you put on your cloak?
Yeah.
So he's wearing his cloak that disguises him a little bit more. You stop outside of this store with nothing but a sign. No name yet. Or I don't think I gave it a name.
I don't think so.
And you visit with Nancy. You knock on the door. There's a girl who greets you. She sees who you are, and she opens the door. All the women are working. They're sewing. They're spinning. One of them is making what looks like very similar to Halred's cloak, but in green. So that's kind of what's going on here. And there's also, when you walked in, just behind the door, you immediately turned to your left, and just passively, there is some protection placed in this room now in the First Waking. He's a grizzled, larger person, dwarfed by Halred, but large nonetheless. And he holds a blackjack, and he smacks it lightly against his hand. Not threateningly, but just bored.
No.
What's a blackjack?
A blackjack is like a piece of leather filled with either a metal or stone or thick leather, and you can knock people out with it essentially.
It's like yay long.
Yeah.
That's the handle. Yeah.
My head went to the card. and I
Sorry,
was like,
no
I
big deal.
mean, I didn't go to the card because I was like, he's riffling cards back and forth. I'm a magician. Pick a card.
I read a lot of books. That people run out of weapons, I guess.
No, but no, blackjack's
Yeah,
cool. I
makes
just didn't
sense.
know.
Yeah.
Cool.
So he'll actually just kind of, with his right hand, just kind of, not salute, but just kind of acknowledge he's there.
He nods, looks about you, gestures to a pin on his chest,
Is it the same pin I have? I flash the pin.
He nods and goes about his business.
Do I clock that at all?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
it was clear as the eye can see.
Okay. Like, interesting. We'll have to chat about that. And he just keeps walking. Is Nancy available?
You're just asking the room.
Yes.
One of the women says, "Sorry, she's busy. Hence why we're here with Dick."
Understood. Well, I have kind of an urgent request, if at all possible.
She slows down her loom. It's sort of, and she stands.
And he'll say, my friends and I were in here earlier, and you've made a wonderful cloak for them, and these lovely wraps, which are incredible. And I didn't think about it at the time, but my companion here was left wanting. So, how about this? And he pulls out the black, dusty leather armor that he got from the owl, and he'll put it on the counter, and he will put down 10 gold. And he's going to hastily write a little note and kind of put it next to the money and put it aside and kind of slide it across. Utmost discretion. Please. She is quite powerful, though she does not let anyone know. So anything you might think could help make her a little bit more sturdy.
Is this, does this have any... What fighting style? You see, we once made armor for a young man who wielded 2 scimitars. We once made armor for a man who wielded a great hammer, and those require different ranges of motion. Size womanly, I'm assuming you mean she potentially wields a bow, or is she capable with a short sword, perhaps?
And so I'll just turn to Eleonora, and I'll just kind of look. Do you trust me?
Sure.
And so he'll unfold the letter, and all it says is this down at the bottom.
Does she see?
I see. Do you see? Do you want to roll a wisdom check?
Oh.
Roll a dexterity check.
I want to know what it says. See it, please. Read it out loud.
Plus 3.
No.
21.
Oh, yeah, you see it.
Okay.
Okay, you can show her.
I want to know what it says.
Interesting.
I want to know.
She says, and she like quickly puts it all together.
Yeah, and she will, and so he'll lean in and say, she is gifted and able to and allowed to use onomancy. Again, and he will get very serious, and he will just go and rest his left arm on his sword. Discretion is of the utmost importance.
I will make sure this gets to Nancy. She, for future reference, is only available in the transitions.
Understood.
She maintains a strange schedule to help all of those in need.
And I appreciate, and he stops leaning and he goes, and I appreciate that greatly, and reaches out his left hand to like shake or whatever to like make an agreement.
She shakes with you, but she only grabs your fingers.
Sure.
She kind of like rubs all 4 of them in like this after the exchange, and then there's a moment when Dick, the gentleman in the back of the room, Richard, longer name, walks over and picks up this armor and says, "I know this."
Do you?
Let's not worry about it.
Dick, I might come back and just chat with you a bit.
I might not be back. My shift is only in the mornings.
Oh, I like mornings, and I'll just kind of walk out.
That's armor we found from...
The owl.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows. I know that.
Hey.
It was one of the guys that got eaten by it or whatever, probably.
Mm-hmm. Something happens.
It's like Ross, my sweater.
That was so good. Oh man. So anyway, you guys are able to make that. The woman who makes the things stops Eleonora for a second, gives like a quick okay, and like lets you go.
Oh, I see. My measurements.
Like looks hard at you very aggressively, quickly. Sees what you're wearing, all that.
And we get to the horse and be like, okay, shall we?
Very exciting. Back in our pseudo lab, what is it that you've decided to do?
I'm going to take a closer look at the black bubbles once more. Do they seem like anything that I might have encountered before with curses or anything related to Thesira specifically, or any of the other Elixians?
Interesting. Yeah, so that's a great question.
Like, are there any markings?
Can you make an
tattoos,
intelligence
sigils
check
on her
for me?
body?
Can you make it just straight roll, please?
Yep. 14.
14. It's not ringing any bells in terms of like historical knowledge. In terms of what you're seeing there. What's the right way to put this? This looks like an allergic reaction more than like a... It doesn't look intentional per se, but if
like
you
she took a potion intending to do something and
Like-
it
like-
had a negative effect on her body.
after effect, perhaps potion after effect, maybe spell after effect, maybe, right? Like it's not something that is ringing strong disease bells, but could for sure be perceived as that. Hence why it's quarantined and left alone. And then once the body didn't prove to be bad, you know, months went by, right? You're starting to put together the timeline. Oh, something happened. She died. Maybe somebody loved her a lot. Or you leave it alone. And then you send one man in. Man doesn't die in a couple weeks. Then you start letting people see the body, including the king. They take all the organs out. They keep the body to survive as long as possible. Now here's the attachment. Here's the emotion behind it. Letting the body be, as much as it can, a chance to not decay. Now, it's beginning to, but it's potion-borne. So it's lasted a lot longer than it should have.
Yeah.
Partially potion-borne. I wouldn't say like...
Not
Halred is
quite full.
such a thick dude that
Yeah.
like it's clear as day that he has his lineage is from something strange. But yeah, you find yourself with like, man, what did she drink? Something black, something thick,
Something ichorous.
something like that. The only thing that you think about when you see these bubbles is the black blood of some of those you've seen in your lifetime. Something mixed improperly with said ingredient would lead to great
Cataclysm.
death.
They were
Mixed properly. I think it was even you who said,
mixed properly. It can be used to heal, but it's just a matter of dosage. The difference between a toxin and a tonic.
Well played. I just got a little chill there. Nicely done.
Aye. Okay, well, I suppose I just wait until the door opens back up.
you go to the door and it's not locked.
mm,
It's just you couldn't lock yourself in,
okay.
right? Your
So-
actions could have been... I would have just said that if you had failed any of your rolls, then we would have been in a different circumstance.
Mm-hmm.
And you were not. You succeeded in all of them. Your investigation has run its course.
Yeah. I'm going to leave the room, and then I'll make my way to one of the guards at the front door.
Yep, you head windingly towards the entrance to the castle proper.
And I'll tell them, I have a message for the king. There was an extra examination of his late wife's body, and there's no direct signs of any meddling or curses. Could potentially have been disease, but there's no further leads. I'm sorry.
The guard says, I will tell him when he awakes in second. He has gone back to bed.
Aye.
And you
Let
head
it be
out
so.
into the snow. He says, ever so. And you look out and you can see from the west a storm is coming in due time. It is in that moment when you decide, likely, to head back to where your friends are.
Mhm.
And
Sure do.
you walk into the streets and you finally see, grabbing a beautiful black steed and a massive like Clydesdale-like horse. You see Eleonora holding the front reins as Halred attempts to get on before he will help them get on the next horse. Right. Anyway, it's just like you see your friends getting ready to depart.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming.
Aye. Good day,
Cianan,
Your Majesty, my lord. Halred. Cav, Eleonora,
Gav
how are you?
just
Cianan.
laughing to himself. He's like, hello, Cianan. How are you?
did you replenish?
I did.
Wonderful.
We should be stocked and ready to adventure for hopefully a bit before we need to make another stop, but
What extraordinary timing.
yes.
Let's beat this storm.
Hop up.
Yes.
And so he's just looking, reach down, and like,
Thank
Am
you.
I riding with someone?
I'm already on your horse.
Yeah.
Great.
You helped her up.
I forgot.
I
I know I helped someone.
Eleonora, this cloak that you're leaning up against, that his new, Nancy cloak, fancy Nancy cloak. I
Fancy
hate that
Nancy.
you said that.
that's so good.
But you're up against it, and it sort of gives off like the reflection of, there's no heat coming off of it.
Right.
Like Halred's a big dude and he should be steaming like the horse, but it's not. It's just reflecting the cold that is coming off of the wind back off of it, and it's very uncomfortable to hold and hug on this horseback.
Love that.
And as we start to ride, Cav is going to take the wraps off of his arms,
Mhm.
and he's going to hand them to Cianan. He's like, your line of work could use these far more than I could. And he hands them to you. They're essentially ShamWows that
Oh.
you can wear. They will absorb liquid or whatever, and then you can just like wring them out.
If you remember, they didn't absorb everything.
He wasn't
Yeah.
I don't.
He wasn't looking at me.
It didn't
No,
absorb.
you were there. If you remember, I think you absorbed she absorbed like a red liquid,
Right.
Yes.
but then
everything
but,
else flicked off.
but there wasn't like the water.
It was like Neverwet and ShamWow at the same
Yeah.
time.
Right.
The idea of it is really that it absorbs everything, but like it absorbs the thing despite water, right? Like it absorbs. It allows you to potentially separate ingredients as well,
Right.
right? So it's not necessarily a ShamWow. It's more of like it has some sort of awareness to it, which is bizarre.
Fair. Which, yeah, and as I was thinking about it, I was like, he really, I can't think of.
It can clean up
Which is
a scene. It's basically
Does it like purify?
It's prestidigitation on blood, etc.
Mhm.
But it's not gonna like soak up a bucket of water.
right.
So bodily fluids, not water.
It soaked up some dye as well.
Okay.
So,
Got it.
so with all of your different potions and
Mhm.
alchemical stuff, who knows what
Oh.
it could and like.
I will just say we don't have like an identify, so you're not
Right.
100% sure how it
Wow.
works.
Exactly.
While
yeah.
we are giving things out, I'll give you a box.
Oh yeah.
It's a rotten box.
My present is far better. And
I
he
think
just laughs.
I think there's something inside. I didn't open it.
Thank
wanted
you,
to, but
Lord
they
Conrad.
Wow.
You
They
shake it a
yelled-
little bit. It's
I
ching ching ching.
appreciate-
They
your-
yelled at me.
Lovely gift.
I think we opened it.
No,
Um,
we didn't. I wanted to,
Oh.
and you were like,
Should-
really? And I was like, no.
I don't know. Should I open it?
Yeah.
Thank you for the present.
If it
Lord.
explodes, it's not my fault.
Not
Is
mine
there like
either, I
a
guess,
latch or
man.
anything on it, or is it just like?
It just opens up.
All right.
Remember what was in it? I do.
No.
10 gold.
Yes. I was like,
Oh.
pretty
Oh,
sure
I
we
did open
opened
it, and I was like, oh, it closed it. I'll give
There's
it
10 gold in
I
it.
remember.
It's a rotten box, and as you finally take out the 10 gold pieces, the box disintegrates in your hands.
Awesome.
Oh, here's 10
Um,
gold. You're welcome.
That was your treasure hoard they picked up for you.
That's cute. I appreciate.
He's,
Yeah,
he's super into money.
Yeah, I love.
And he's like, thanks.
I love money. This is not quite enough for what I need to do, but
So
um,
you guys are heading out. The portcullis is like not raised, and then Halred's like, open the portcullis, and then they open the portcullis.
Yeah.
The Grimoire are in charge of this gate, the mall in the
Sure.
southern portion of the city, and
And we need to move.
you need to move. Yeah. So if you recall, which one is Tabiner? I believe it was number 2, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? Just a little behind the
red
screen
number 2.
action. Yep, red number 2. Behind the screen. This was actually where I had first intended for you all to go. So this is like starting area stuff.
that's
so
so fun.
so like all the stuff that I had prepared for this was just very much like intro to all the concepts, and like the story has just changed. So here we are.
11
Like-
episodes later,
It's
we're
like when
finally
we started
starting.
on the other side of.
When I started the entire
So
never
we
run
did-
Curse of Strahd. Run it on the other side of Barovia.
So
gonna-
that was the end of
It
the
is fun.
tutorial, and now we have the new cutscene. And
Right.
It's,
Yeah, no, this is like the Baldur's Gate moment when you're like, they prepared for this.
yeah.
So anyway,
We're gonna like get to camp, and like right outside camp is like, oh no, there's 4 rats you have to fight. Like,
press X to
No.
attack.
Right.
Like,
On
Can
our
I skip it?
while we are writing, I will. I guess. Are we writing pretty quickly to where I would
So
be able to not really speak over the sound of the like clip clop, or?
you can speak, but the person in front of you will hear, and not the other two.
Alright, cool. Kev, what did I miss?
oh, quite a bit.
It's like-
And he'll kind of tell you about the conversation that he had with his brother.
Stop it.
The things that he's
I'm not doing
noticed as far as he was looking. So Sanzio is my brother.
Hey.
They have enlisted mercenaries and very, very well trained ones, and have subtly been moving south towards Tabiner's force. He shares with you kind of what he's shared with them, the idea that he's brewing to kind of end this war amicably as possible. And he will add to that the idea that Sanzio brought up, where if they were in charge, if the Monedas won and became the rulers, Temeros would be interested in, like, basically investing a lot of money into the area, which, due to my connections, could help potentially fund some of your research and some of the things that you've shared that you want to do.
I appreciate.
So, the fewer people he loses, the faster this war can be ended,
Aye.
the more money we retain.
Aye. That also means that we're going up against the Knights Grimoire, correct?
I haven't worked that one out yet. And he just kind of like turns his attention back to the road. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like
Right.
he's still kind of plotting it. He's
Yep.
like, "Yep, you're not wrong," but he's like, "Yep, I don't know yet how that's going to work out."
Perfect.
In the distance, you see this ramshackle camp. A bunch of tarps and tents forming uneven rows, fire pits dug deep, and smoke barely hidden at this point with the snow coming. They are trying to stay warm right now. Cavendir, just give me a charisma check.
Okay.
As you see somebody in the distance sort of at the front sort of gate of this area. Like, whoa, what's going on? Who are these people?
It's an 11. It's middle.
You hear a sort of shit! Someone's coming! And then you hear like weapon clings and all that kind of stuff as you finally approach. You're met with like 6 or 7 guys with long spears before your horses even have a chance to get in the distance. And
Joey's character dies immediately.
yeah, he just is dead. That's it. No, so there. What? What's up? What'd you do?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. It's for them.
Oh my gosh.
It's for them. You got it?
I got it.
Yes.
I'm really mad that I got it, but I got it.
I teach those kids.
Oh, did you do this?
Of course
Yes.
I did. He said 6 or 7.
Oh my gosh. Gross. Gross. I am no.
7 or 8.
Yeah,
really
7 or 8 or 9. Yeah, let's just go. Let's have 24 guys out there.
I really hope by the time that this finally airs, that is
Not a thing.
long dead.
For sure.
All right.
There are 16 or 17
Yeah.
snipers now.
So the guy
With
with
their arrows
the guy
all
at the front
trained.
and the pike, he says, "Skibbity!"
I'm like, toilet?
Ohio Ritz. Okay, whatever. We're
Okay.
done. We're done.
All right.
So immersion is gone.
All right.
There's these guys, and
There's a Labubu on one of the guys.
and
I'm so-
he says, I'm assuming that you begin to try to speak to calm the situation, and he just says, "Hey, stop it, you!" And he points to Eleonora. And he's-
Behind me?
Yeah. As you're just like half turned, like imagine the scene. Come on. And he points and he says, "You! Who are you all?"
Me?
"Yeah, you! A woman can't lie."
She holds back a laugh, and she's, we're here to see Tabiner.
"All right. Who sent you? You came straight from the castle. We saw you all the way."
Nobody sent us. We came on our own.
"You're not making any sense, woman."
Well, women don't lie.
"That's true enough."
And Cav will just smile really big.
Make a charisma check.
With advantage
Me?
because she's telling the truth.
No, just make a charisma check.
And
Well, 'cause
she's
he-
telling the truth.
I am telling the truth.
She's
With what?
Just a charisma. Charisma.
13.
13. That's better than normal. And he says, "All right. But step off your horses, and you can walk all the way to Tabiner's tent."
Well, these horses don't tend to like being left alone with strangers.
"I appreciate the warning. Then leave him out here, and we'll watch him."
Okay.
Yeah, Cav will laugh as well. I know I'm not supposed to talk, but that's on you. And he hops right down.
"We'll be fine. You walk there. You can follow him."
Your
And he
name,
points.
please.
"My name is Tom."
Excellent, Tom. And he'll like. So yeah, just wanted to know.
All right. So, come on, don't do that. "What's your name?" to my NPCs. Then they have to get upgraded, and then I have to write backstories for them.
No,
and
no,
then-
it's not going to be that
All
deep.
right, cool,
I
cool, cool,
promise.
cool. Because that's what ends up happening to me. Is anytime a player asks a name, I'm like,
No, I'm just gonna throw him under the bus to Tabiner.
"Oh, okay, cool."
Yeah,
Be like,
easily.
Tom's a
Yeah.
dick.
Tom's the worst, dude.
I'll help Eleonora down.
All right.
and
Oh, you pet your horse. Okay, not Eleonora.
And
Honoring
I'll turn to
priest.
Noctis.
Like, what?
I'll turn to Noctis and be like, "As you wish," and just I'll walk on. I don't care. Go for it, dude.
So they walk you through the camp, through, like I said, these uneven rows. It's really not the best put together camp, and you're even seeing like men wielding farming tools, kind of half setting up these quilts. Not half setting up, but like half making sure that they stay affixed in the midst of this storm about to come. And you just definitely see overall, this is the militia type group, right?
Would you say that their equipment is a -1?
Indeed, I would.
Oh, that was
Ooh, wow.
smart of you.
Now, you continue to go through until you reach what is now a real proper war tent, and where you began this adventure, Cavendir. You know this tent well. And without even waiting a beat, he says, "All right, you can go on in
Appreciate it. And so he'll step in.
I'm assuming you already did, which is why he was.
Oh, okay,
all
gotcha.
right,
Yeah, I'll be like, okay, like he knows where the entrance is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the tail of this.
You smacked it.
So sorry, all of our headphone listeners.
Bang! I'll be the tail and try to kind of hide my face. Oh no! Who's the giant?
All right. So in the room, as you walk in, you see Duke Tabiner. Duke Tabiner is a younger man who has gray hair. He probably grayed early in his years, and he looks older than he is, but he's young nonetheless. And you also see his captain, who's a chainmail wrapped, hard-eyed person, and you also see this Onomancer wearing blue, a reed of a man. Wears fox furs as well, and kind of has this massive book on his side, which is actually marked by the Grimoire. So that's the three that you see. You enter mid-argument that is quickly wrapped up. The only thing that you catch on the very tail end of this before they calm down is, "I didn't know there would be children." And that's what you hear. "Hey, look what the cat dragged in!" And it's Tabiner speaking, as he's very similar. All his kind of, the local area kind of have all these Scottish accents.
Fair. And so he'll kind of dramatically bow, and he's like, "But of course."
"I see you brought friends."
Of course. Yes. I'm full of them. Surrounded by them.
"You're full of shit, too. What are their names?"
So, this is my friend Hal. This is my friend Keen. And Eleonora.
"Much obliged. My name is Duke Tabiner of Brighton. It's a pleasure."
It's a pleasure.
Is your first name Duke?
"No."
All right, I was just curious.
It's his title.
No, I know. I just.
Oh, okay.
Playing
"If
the
you
game.
must know, my name's Lance."
and Cav will be like, "Oh yeah, I forgot all about that. That's right."
I just was curious. That's all.
"And they call me Lance because I lead the charge every time."
This is true.
I suppose your parents had a great deal of forethought.
"Don't know what that means. They probably had 5 or 6 thought."
Aye?
Is the
I'd
blue?
imagine.
Oh, sorry. Is the blue that the Onomancer's wearing the same blue as what I've seen Hal wear?
What you would see if he took his jacket off, yeah.
Do I know who this person is?
No.
Can
Interesting.
I roll to see if I
You
know?
can roll an an intelligence
All right, first real roll of the night. Couldn't get
for you.
For you.
for me.
7 on the die.
What was that?
It's a pop.
Who popped?
I don't know. It's all good.
8.
8. Okay, you have no idea who this person is.
Did I get the gist that he knows who I am?
It's possible. He really doesn't pay you any mind. He's more so paying attention to Tabiner.
Oh, good. Okay, great.
Leave your cloak on too. So.
Don't
True.
know.
But I'm 6'7".
Right.
Oh no.
So he says, "They had 5
Sorry.
or
Are you
6
really?
thought."
I think so.
Oh
I
my
think
god.
he is.
I'm 6'8" now. I grew.
Oh, yeah. No, we said you were like
The
near 7 feet.
boots.
I don't
We've
know.
already said he just
He's
gets
near
taller every
7
time.
feet.
That's part of the.
He's-
It's the
he-
meme.
He's 8 feet tall.
Every
He's 7'11".
every season, the artist just draws you a little taller.
And every season the chair goes
It's
higher.
comically larger.
Right.
Yeah. Stop it. Get back down. So anyway,
so yeah.
he does obviously show his intelligence there, responding to your inquiry.
Right.
There you go.
And Cav will be like, "Now, as much as I enjoy our banter, we must be quick so we can get back. But I believe I have a solution for the war that can bring this to an end quickly."
Finally, someone with answers. So what you got? You got a cannon?
Well, that is a concern of yours, I assure you. I have a proposal. I'm going to arrange a peace talk.
A what?
A peace talk. I'm going to do my best to leverage Cywell into having you and my brother come together and hash this out without more violence.
Sure. I mean, I guess I could take them, but I don't know if I could take them both at the same time.
It won't be like that at all. Plus, trust me, you could not take my brother's forces.
No, I thought you were saying I was going to fight them all one-on-one.
No. We're going to talk for a change, Tabiner.
Okay.
Here's the thing. I have evidence that Cybel's forces and his people as of right now are set to run out of food come spring.
Oh, hell yeah, they are.
So, he is at an absolute...
Well, he's done. Sounds like the war's over.
Agreed. And as you know, my brother has some of the best equipment and deepest pockets there are.
He sure does. And those uniforms are amazing.
I love this guy.
Right? But the one thing that neither one of them do have...
It's me.
Your heart.
Yeah, sure.
You care for the people, more so than the power. That is what I think they lack.
He turns to the other two guys, and they're just like, okay, you're feeding his ego. Go ahead.
I honestly do believe that you care about what happens to your people, which is why I would think that the quicker this can be solved and the less of them you're putting in danger, the better. No?
Malt! And he turns to the guy in blue and says, why the hell are you not writing this down? Look at all he's saying about me.
Molt?
Molt, M-O-L-T. Why are you not writing this down? It's going to be in Menomen. It's going to be amazing.
But, and he'll look at Molt and the other commander, I guess, right? You said
His captain.
his captain, and he'll look at Tabiner and as gently as he can be like, but I think you and I would both agree that you don't have the best strategy.
Yeah.
And he was like, I have never once led you astray. All information I've ever given you has been true and has been backed up, correct?
And the captain, like, starts to talk, and Molt says, wait. And the Duke is like, I think so. I think that's what you're saying makes sense to me.
I think an example of your flawed strategy was attacking the Grimoire.
That's not fair.
Is it?
No, it's not fair. I didn't know there were children. One, I was just telling him. And then two, blue is blue. It could have been Eastland. They're the same. It's not fair. Look, it could have been coming up from the south and it could have been amazing. But okay, I was wrong. They had the books and shite, and I didn't know they were going to start slinging fire.
And so it's
a miscalculation, not a wrong one.
Agreed. Miscalculation is still incorrect. And he'll turn to Molt and he'll kind of say like a miscalculation is still wrong.
Yeah.
Right? And so he'll turn to Molt and be like, is that not so?
I do not speak with you. I'm sorry.
Of course. Continue writing then.
He does.
My point is, if we can find a way that we can settle this and move on, it works for everyone.
I like it. So I have to be real honest with you. So I'm in charge, and they're like my left and right hand, right? Like that's the scenario.
I'm sure that is where the conversation will get dicey. But in my estimation, I believe that yes, you being the figurehead and the mouthpiece and the one in front would shore up the will of the people.
And he turns the other two again, and even to the room now, and he looks at Eleonora, and he's like, so, I like it. I think if I'm in charge, then I'm super excited for this. However, if I find out that you've been manipulating me after these peace talks or whatever, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to say it right now. I'm just going to end your life.
Well, you know that
Whoa, you're mighty big.
And as he's saying that, Cav's just smiling because he's like, he's had this conversation with him before.
He threatens to kill everybody.
Yeah.
I think everyone
He is bodyguard. I could take you one-on-one.
Would you like to try?
Sure would. Holy shoot, you're big. Maybe not.
Well, I think everyone that was around the mall knows that you were losing to the Grimoire.
We were not losing. Why does everyone keep saying that?
You in fact were losing.
No, we were not
And
losing.
so-
we had more men.
That doesn't...
We killed more people than they killed of us.
I don't believe that's true.
Hey, math.
Must be your strong suit.
The other side of, and so he'll let you finish, but he's like, now they're prepared and expecting you.
And allied, so the streets say, with Cywell.
It is in your best interest to at least come hear what we have to say.
If you care about your men, as Cavendir seems to believe you do, you will not put them in another fight because they will die.
Make a charisma check.
While he does that, can Eleonora get...
My dice suck!
Is there a spot where she can get over to where the molt is?
Yep.
No, it wasn't a
and see
1.
what he's
Oh,
writing?
okay.
Yeah.
It was
perfect.
only an 8.
He's writing this down. He's
Oh.
writing down the scene.
It was an 8.
It's an 8. Okay.
Because I have a +0.
I want to talk to you one-on-one. Get everyone else out.
I'll be fine. Give me a moment.
Right outside.
Give me a moment.
We head out of the room.
Get out of the room.
Yep.
And as they start to go, Cav will be like, and them too. Talking about his captain
Malt,
and
get out of here. I'll fill you in later. And you, Garen, find something to do. And he nods. And you good?
The best character ever.
You guys walk out of the room, and he immediately goes, "All right, I'm done playing dumb. They don't know me.
Okay.
You know me, and you know I'm a lot smarter than I'm sounding. I don't have time for this. What do you really want?"
And clear and as honest as he can be, he's like, I want the fighting to stop.
I do too. We don't need to see the people of Midreach dying. But I
Agreed.
can't be in a situation where the outsiders are going to have some sort of information on us. If we're going to have the men of the Grimoire dealing with that from King Cywell all the time, I don't know if we can survive it. Hell, we can barely survive our own religion. It's dying. So what are we going to do with them? And then two, what are we going to be doing with all of the, influence of the Timorosi? Like, what the hell is pizza? I don't have time for that.
So he's asking what are they going to do about the Grimoire and what are they going to do about
Yeah, he's like,
Timoros.
if they're serving with us, they're serving for Midreach. If things change again, I'm gonna be real mad at the person who said that peace talk. I gotta point my anger somewhere. I'll lock you in the dungeon.
Look, Timoros is a useful tool, and their investment in the area would be beneficial for all.
No, I can't disagree. I mean, hell, the beginning of you explaining what a cannon was, I mean, I was dumbfounded. If they can do what they can do to a wall, then I'll never build a city on the coast, ever.
Agreed.
So, with that kind of firepower, no one answers to anyone but them.
Agreed. So is that not a good friend to have?
It's a great friend to have, but again, Midreach has to act on its own independent accord. We can't be bowing to everyone, or our traditions will die.
There is a world in which all traditions can live.
So who are your friends, really? I recognized Halred the moment he walked in. You're not fooling anyone.
Oh, I never said it wasn't. The others do have their own reasons for being here. And I will admit, and speak plainly, they are altruistic, as far as I know.
I like it. Thanks for letting me play dumb.
You're really good at it.
I know.
Too
Walt
good
won't
at
let
it.
it go. He says they're going to write me into the book like I'm dumb. Whatever. The people of Midreach are smart.
They are.
and we don't want to be pushed around. But I have to be king. I'm fine with sharing the what is it? The bounty or whatever it's all gonna be. But I have to be king. I can't be bowing heads. I have to make sure that they know that I am in charge. I'll agree to work with Timorous. Hell, I'll even let the Grimoire set up a church or two. But I'm not going to be pushed around.
I can get behind that. I think that is fair. But let's be honest. Cywell, as awful as he is, knows how the game is played. And that kind of experience could be useful as well.
What is it that you told me? You told me about living or dying or something being worth more than... It was something about being alive is worse when it's covered in the shite that other people put on you. What was the line?
Did I actually say something?
No, I'm giving you a chance to be smart.
Oh, good lord. I'm not.
No, he's just... Basically, I'm saying inspire him to stand on his own, but to be willing to work. So you can also roll a charisma, and then I'll just let it pass, or you can inspire me right
Give
now.
me a moment. So...
Got you good.
What?
Just being smart.
I love this character.
Yeah, he's great.
We will talk after the camera's cut about how much I love him.
You know what?
Yeah, I
It's fine. You said it. I'm inspired, and that's why we're friends. Now,
you realize I say so many inspiring things all the time.
right,
That is
and
what
half
I
of them
do.
are like true and a half. I don't really understand what you're saying most of the time. One time you said that a goose's foot belongs in the ass of a donkey. What does that even mean?
Well, I mean, in a certain situation, it absolutely does.
Of course it does, especially when it's laying golden shit. I don't really know what you mean.
So 18, and he'll be like, oh yeah, it was, I don't know. He's like,
One in the something's two in the bush.
right, yes, glass houses and all that.
And I don't. Okay, that.
Yeah, like
I feel inspired again.
it is.
All right, bring your friends back in. Let's let them know who I really am.
It is better to die on your feet than it is to live on your knees.
That's what it was. That's what it was. And again, I ain't gonna be living on my knees.
Agreed. And I don't think the people need that either.
Hey, and that carries all the way. You and I both agree. That carries all the way to the heavens beyond. I will never be on my knees.
Agreed, and I understand.
Let's let these idiots know who I really am.
You sure about that?
No, but one of them was wearing blue under that super cool jacket, and I'd like to introduce myself to him.
Oh, by the way, Tom just let him in.
No, I know. I told him to like trick people at the gate.
Well played. So he'll go to the flap and be like, all right, I think we're good. Come on in. Meet Duke Tabiner.
So I'm not dumb. I know how to read, you dumb shits. And my mothers did have the foresight of naming me Lance.
Mothers?
I didn't mean to say mothers. I'm sorry. They're
Very
not lesbian.
progressive.
It's not
Very
the way this is
progressive of
going.
you.
all the women that raised you.
No, my grandmom and my mum as well. So anyway, he says, Halred, I knew who you were when you walked in the room. No one carries their stature like you. I've heard the stories. I know you could kick me ass. So what are you here?
I didn't come to Grimward to fight a war.
Answer my question. I don't have time for this.
I'm warning the people of Midreach.
Of what?
An incoming genocide.
When you put it plainly,
Cleansing.
what do you mean? Who's
cleansing.
dying? Is it me?
So not you, unless you are in the way
In the way of what?
of the Grimoire. The Grimoire.
Who are they killing?
The Null. They're eliminating it all.
Killing the Knoll?
Cleansing.
It doesn't sound too bad.
That's what I said. And
It's not ideal, but I mean, really, it's their traditions aren't ours.
And all I'm doing is warning, because this is going to happen. And if you would like to live, don't harbinge them.
Let me put the pieces together here. So you're saying that the Grimoire is going to come and kill all the Knoll people here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's not great, but it's not... So all we have to do is step aside and you're going to just let... We're just going to, like, hands up and not stand in the way and we're good?
Yes.
That's pretty fair. I can't hate you for it. I understand. It's your religion and all.
And I truly, after speaking with Cavendir, if you are who he says you are, and you aren't the man we spoke to moments ago, I think you are an incredible leader. And if your people see so...
If it's all the same to you, my people see me as the man you saw, not the man I am right now. And I'd like to keep it that way.
Understand?
I will ask one question, though. Did you know that it was them? The attack?
I had my suspicions, but I really thought that it was just Halred's retinue. Didn't know it was going to be filled with men of the Grimoire themselves. You'd brought more men than I thought, and I thought 300 men in plate mail was just for show. It's something I would have done.
One recommendation. In these talks, this is the man King Cywell and Sanzio should speak to.
And Cav will just kind of like nod, be like,
This is what a leader looks like.
But it's not what a man of the people looks like, and you know it.
the people aren't there.
The people can't even read. They won't know what happened in that room. Of course I'm going to give them who I am now.
That's
Great.
all. That's all I'm looking for.
Respectfully, if I may. It sounds like you've already won the favor of the people.
Oh, I sure have. That's why I've got a bigger army than those asses over there, over behind the wall, and I've seen them inching south. I'm no dummy.
I know.
Then why worry about their thoughts of your dealings?
Here's the truth. And he looks at Eleonora. Perception is reality. Who you are is who people think you are, not who you are when you go to sleep.
And Cav will notice, is Hal actually pondering that? So I'll be like, see? I told you. I like this guy.
The only thing he won't let me go with is I don't really care about anyone but Midreach. You like all people. I understand your thing, Haycliff, Eastland, other people, whatever, but Midreach, man, we're the people. Everyone else is just something else. Aliens.
Well, as long as you can maintain...
What, step aside when you come through with your army?
I was going to say maintain neutrality.
This is Midreach. We're born to fight.
If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you'll get.
I'm sure we will.
I just love to not be behind the blade. Truly.
I'll make a promise to you all. If things don't look good for me, I'm gonna kill the first person in my way. If that's any of you, it'll be you. If it's someone else, so be it. Am I making sense?
Clear.
And Cav will just kind of, because again, he threatens to kill people all the time. At least Cav has heard him say that hundreds of times to just like, do what I say or kill, that kind of thing. So he'll kind of just like sigh and like roll his eyes a little bit like, sure. Mm-hmm.
You said to act like a king. Cywell's been saying that shite since he got in power.
Yeah, and he's also a douche.
He's behind the castle wall.
Hmm.
I could care less.
And Cav will smile and be like, so, let's set this for...
When the storm passes, first thing.
You think this storm's gonna last a day? You weren't born in Midreach. Winters here aren't like they are in Eastland. I've been down there. It's winter all the time, but the snows aren't this bad. Comes down from the mountains, it's gone in an afternoon. Here, it's gonna be snowing for a week's time. You're stuck with me here in this camp.
Wait, so we couldn't get back in time?
I'm saying if you stick around,
Oh, okay.
No,
then you'll be stuck.
when the storm clears, the first thing we do.
Yeah.
So how are you going to alert the other two people? How do I know I'm not just walking into a trap?
Well,
Am I supposed to wave my middle finger and say, "Oh, I'm here for you"?
you have the brother of the leader of the other side, and you have the person who signed an alliance with King Sywell, who is going to speak with him now.
You should have led with that.
I have to have a little something up my sleeve, do I not?
Sure. I don't know you. But you didn't talk much. And I respect the wisdom of keeping your mouth shut.
Aye.
So, pardon me French, but fuck off. And I'll see you when the snow is gone.
Until then, Tabiner. And he'll smile big and kind of nod and head toward the...
Hey, and send that stupid boy in blue back in here. Malt, get your ass in here. I got something to say. I want to try my quads.
When can I look at Molt?
Yeah, you can. So you hear Molt is out there. You guys walk out of the tent, and there's a moment before Molt goes in the tent, and you're outside the tent. If you wanted to stop, exchange, whatever.
Going to kind of glare at him.
Halred,
What are you doing, Molt?
you don't know who I am, do you?
I unfortunately do not.
Were you, if I'm not mistaken, trained by who's Grandmaster? Oldway?
Yes.
Do you share his hatred for the white people? For the, what are they called
Gnoll?
now? The Gnoll people, yes.
I was trained to eliminate the Null.
As was I. I'm hoping to steer Tabiner away from his hatred for them. You know, one of them killed his sister. I'm not sure he will be easily swayed, but I'm trying. Are you here to ruin that for me? What did you say to him?
You'll just have to talk to him and find out. Let's go.
And Cav will just kind of quickly be like, for once, Molt, I'm on your side. And he'll hop on his horse.
Cavendir, as your horses have been just brought to here, I guess.
Yeah, I gotta walk down.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, okay, so we're good. And he says, Cavendir, before you go, I want to see you succeed. I thought you should know that. I'm tired of seeing you in the shadows. From what I've seen of your brother's exploits, being here at Midreach this long, he could make a great king.
Yes, he could.
Someone will have to watch High Market when your father is dead. Word about town is that they've moved your mother south to Elmwatch, staying in the old manor.
Ah, really? Well, I might have to go back and say hello. It has been a while since I've been there.
Is she and your dad not getting along?
Does anyone ever get along with my father?
And we'll pick up there next time. This has been a very fun session of Nomenclad. If this has been very fun for you, please do us a favor. And I hit the wrong button. That was supposed to say like, subscribe, and share. But I guess you could buy a shirt. I mean, you could. It'd be neat. There's Nomenclad merch available if this suits your fancy. If not, more gamer stuff, exciting. And we hope that you really do enjoy this because we're going to keep doing it. So we'll catch you next time for more Nomenclad on Roll to 1. Bye.